Tonight, Coach Mack has helped the Rams along to one of the best seasons ever, but will he trade in his colors from green and gold for Florida orange? Plus, Ferguson protests have made their way to Fort Collins. See what students are saying, and one local restaurant is helping the homeless stay warm this holiday season. All this coming up now on CTV. Good evening, I'm Carson Bush-Jost.
And I'm Carrie O'Connor. Right now, sports anchor Brett Kennedy is in the Sports Center with the latest in Coach McElwain's meet with the Gators earlier today. Brett, what happened?
What's up, guys? A lot of breaking news came out today about the Colorado State football team. Some of it good and some of it bad. The good news is that quarterback Garrett Grayson was named Mountain West Player of the Year for his outstanding season with 3,779 yards passing and 32 touchdown passes. Head coach Jim McElwain also won Mountain West Head Coach of the Year from getting the Rams to 10-2, the best record they've had for the school for the first time since 1997. The Florida Gators are in need of a head coach, however, and that's the bad news, and their athletic director flew out to Colorado today to talk to McElwain about possibly taking the job. School administrators are staying very quiet about the subject, but chances could be high for Coach Mack leaving because Florida is in the SEC and that he knows that conference well, since he's coached at Alabama before. Florida is a much bigger football school than CSU, and I'm sure they'll be offering Mack a lot of money. And sadly, guys, I think our head football coach might be on the way out.
Oh, I'm so sad.
It'll be, next year will be very different for this team. We've still got guys coming back. We've got Rashard Higgins coming back and D. Hart. So we'll have the pieces there, but it'll be a different head coach and a different guy righting the ship. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's kind of sad. We had such a good season. It was great to see the players and the coach just work so fluidly together. So, I don't know, I'm kind of bummed.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the players, since they're so used to McElwain, and McElwain, he's built this team basically from the bottom up. The team has gotten a better record every year he's been here. So it'll just be interesting to see what this new coach will be able to do and have the impact. He's got big shoes to fill after McElwain if he leaves.
Well, and if he does leave, hopefully we can get lucky, strike some gold, because Mack was a great find for us.
Yeah.
10-win season right now, that's impressive. So
yeah, we're going to a bowl game.
Exactly.
So
that'll be fun. That'll be exciting.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Well, there's been a lot of controversy regarding the trials in Ferguson, Missouri lately. Yesterday, students held a peaceful protest on the plaza to voice their opinion. Four and a half minutes of silence was held on the plaza at CSU on Monday, part of a peaceful protest students put together for Michael Brown. Hundreds gathered, many with signs protesting the controversy what happened in Ferguson, Missouri recently. They wanted to honor Michael Brown and his family, as well as raise awareness.
We're out here is to really speak about these issues. And so it's to, stand in solidarity with Ferguson, stand in solidarity with all the others who are fighting racism across the United States. And so it's really to recognize that Black lives matter and that we need to start talking about these issues before there can really be any change.
After the silence, students spoke about loving and accepting everyone, and a feel-good moment came when everyone at the protest hugged each other. Sammy Slinker, a CSU student and coordinator of the protest, says the best way to raise awareness against racism is to just keep talking about it.
Talk about this, talk about what happened here today, and talk about what you know to friends, talk about it to your professors, talk about it to anyone in the community, in school, anyone around you. It's a really big way. Spreading knowledge is the first thing that you can do. Educating people is the first thing you can do to get change.
Peaceful protests have been held all across the nation for Michael Brown the past week. In other news, 4 people were all arrested last week on suspicion of first-degree murder, second-degree kidnapping, and felony criminal conspiracy in connection to the Fort Collins woman that was murdered. Each is being held for their alleged involvement in the disappearance of 28-year-old Andrea Bartmus, who was reported missing November 20th. The women's remains were located November 21st in an area northwest of Fort Collins, near mile marker 10 and West County Road 74E. The Larimer Sheriff's Office said it could not comment on how the 4 suspects knew each other. They'll appear in court Friday morning, and each is being held without bond due to the seriousness of the allegations.
CSU students set fire to a forest, but for a good reason. The Student Association for Fire Ecology, also known as SAFE, got to do a prescribed burn at the Heil Valley Ranch in Boulder. 150 acres were burned. Students learned that the fire reduce ponderosa pine needles on the forest floor, which will help to lower the risk of a major forest fire in the future. The burn was in planning for 3 years, and all students were able to participate in different aspects of the burn. And of course, winter is here and the temps are dropping, and many homeless people in Fort Collins are struggling to keep warm. Many churches have opened an emergency to accompany these homeless people. But one local restaurant is hoping to help out these people in an event called Heat the Homeless, Damn Good Tacos and Homeless Gear have teamed up to keep people on the streets warm this winter. It's going on all week long, so if you go into Damn Good Tacos and donate an article of clothing, Damn Good Tacos will give you an extra punch on your taco card.
I think events like these are good for a couple of reasons, the obvious one being that we're able to collect supplies and distribute them, but I think events are more successful when they incentivize people to participate, and that's what Damn Good Tacos is doing. They're giving people a reason beyond just doing a good thing to get involved. Another reason that things like this are good is because they bring exposure to not just the organization of Homeless Gear, but the issue of homelessness in our community.
The university's current tobacco policy is considering revisions. The charge comes from Amy Parsons, CSU Vice President for University Operations, and Blanche Hughes, the Vice President of Student Affairs. They're both asking the task force about whether or not to modify or change the tobacco policy based on how it impacts students, employees, and visitors. The task force is considering options such as keeping the policy as is, which prohibits smoking inside all CSU buildings and within 25 feet of building entrances, as well as not smoking in university cars. They may try and eliminate smoking altogether and create a smoke-free, tobacco-free campus. If you want to send in your suggestions about the possible tobacco policy revisions, you can email the 3 of the representing members that are listed. Please do this by December 10th. Star is now with us. Star, things seem to be warming up considering it's December.
I agree, Carson. I know definitely today I brought a really thick winter jacket with me to campus, and actually I just stuffed it right in my backpack. I didn't even need it today.
Yeah, it was a little windy though.
I definitely agree. I felt like I was gonna fall over when I was walking on those IM fields, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
It was
and
pretty
that
intense.
Yates wind tunnel, insane.
It is insane. You can't survive that. But actually right now outside it's about 38 degrees. Let's take a look at what's going on tonight. Okay, so like we said, there's definitely some winds out there. Looks like 5 miles per hour right about now, but it definitely feels more intense than that, as Carrie and I were just saying. So it was kind of a nice day today, 20 degrees warmer actually than it was yesterday. So kind of shocking, especially for me, but those winds on campus will persist even into tonight. Let's take a look at our evening planner. Right now, 38 degrees, as I mentioned before, but as you can see, as the night goes on, we will drop about 8 degrees tonight. Skies will stay relatively clear until about midnight here, where we start to get some cloudy skies that will persist into tomorrow, actually. And as those clouds roll in, we'll actually be getting some temperature droppage to go along with that. Let's take a look at those lows all around Colorado tonight. Down the I-25 corridor, we see 20s and 30s. 24 in Fort Collins for a low tonight. Not too bad. Still definitely make it outside, have some fun. Over on those western slopes, 23 in Craig, 31 in Grand Junction. On the eastern plains, 22 in Sterling, 31 in Burlington. So not too bad out tonight, especially for December. Coming up right after the break, I'll be back with the rest of your 7-day forecast. Back to you, Carson and Carrie at the desk.
Thanks, Star. We're looking forward to the rest of your forecast.
And when we come back, we have some of CSU's favorite furry animals that are in the spotlight. We'll tell you a little bit more about that. Stay tuned.
The Ramskeller offers a traditional pub menu, 20 beers on tap, and even fresh-to-order pizza coming soon. Stop by Sweet Sensations for a delicious bakery item, espresso, or any other coffee needs you may have.
Hi, welcome to Aspen Grill.
Aspen Grill is a student-operated restaurant located in the University Club. The food court features a number of different restaurants to satisfy your needs between classes.
Welcome back, guys. Thanks for sticking with us after the break. So right now outside, it's 38 degrees. There's a wind chill of about 34 degrees outside. Really not that cold, so you have no excuses to stay in from going into the library tonight. But let's look at tomorrow to see how temps are going to rise as the day goes on. So tomorrow as we start off, we're going to be seeing 25 degrees waking up. Not too cold for this time of year. And actually, we have some cloud cover that's going to follow us through the rest of the day. We're seeing that actually come in from still tonight. So definitely expect expect some cloudy skies tomorrow. As we move on during the day, we're going to see temperatures at a high of about 37, and they're going to plateau off at about 4 o'clock. And after 4 o'clock, things are going to dip down and get a little cooler. Now let's look at tomorrow's highs for what we can hopefully expect around Colorado. So 30s and 40s all around the state. Down the I-25 corridor, 40 in Fort Collins for a high tomorrow, 43 in Denver. Over on those western slopes, 45 in Craig, 40 in Sterling, 44 in Lamar. So we have had pretty nice weather lately. Let's see if that's going to stick around in your 7-day forecast. So as you can see, Thursday is going to be one of the more sunny days this week. So definitely go out there and enjoy the outdoors. Friday, 54, one of the highest temperatures that we're going to see for a long time. Do not waste your time inside on Friday. And as you can see through our weekend, actually not too cold at night. So you can definitely go outside and enjoy some outside activities even during the nighttime this weekend. On Monday and Tuesday, things are going to clear up with some sunny skies, but they are still going to stay pretty cool. So that's something to look forward to as we start off our finals week, preparation to finals week. Thanks so much. It's been an awesome semester working with you guys. And back to you, Carson.
Marley, the lovable CSU bear, has come a long way. In February of last year, Marley became one of CSU's most celebrated patients for the CSU Veterinary Teaching Hospital. She recovered nicely from surgery that fixed her 2 broken elbows. She's now fully recovered and roaming the habitat at the Wild Animal Sanctuary in Keensburg, Colorado. Last week, a CSU veterinary team visited their famous grizzly friend and found her to be happy and healthy.
CSU is the only vet institution in the nation using stem cell therapy to treat cats with kidney disease, which is common among pet cats. Researchers are now launching a new clinical trial to further explore the power of stem cells to improve organ function. For the new clinical trial, they will find cats with stable stage 4 chronic kidney disease to test out their new therapy. For more information about the trial, or if you have a cat that could participate, you could visit csu-cvmbs.colostate.edu. Now, after the break, Brett will be back, and he has something a little fun and a little musical in store for you guys. You won't want to miss it.
Plus, stay tuned for a look back at what goes on behind the scenes of all of our CTV shows this semester. We'll be right back.
Hello Rams, my name is Sydney Schulz and I'll be your official Laurie Student Center tour guide. For our first stop, we arrive at the Campus Information Desk in the land grant wall. As we move through the building, we enter the east to west corridor, featuring beautiful natural lighting and open architectural design. This is Sydney signing out from your home away from home and Laurie Student Center.
How's it going, Ram fans? It's holiday time, so I will be doing my entire sports bit in rhyme. The Colorado State volleyball team is tournament bound. This coming Friday, they play Denver in the first round. A 29-2 record, an awesome year indeed, as they head into the tournament ranked as a 15th seed. At the end of the regular season, the Mountain West Player of the Year award showed that Deidre Foss won that claim, the 6th Ram to win it in a row. The seniors' work showed this year, as you can bet. She put her teammates before herself in averaging 11.74 assists per set. But that wasn't all. Her defense was also the best, averaging 0.85 blocks a set, which led the Mountain West. For basketball, the Rams women's team traveled to Boulder to take on CU. That rivalry just keeps getting colder. But when the game ended, it felt like a crime as CU stole the game 87-81 in double overtime. But it wasn't all bad, no need to freak, because after the game, Grit Ryder won Mountain West Conference Player of the Week. This senior led the Rams with all that she could do. She scored a career-high 25 points last week in a win over TCU. When Ryder's on the court, CSU's winning chances almost never seem to fade. She's leading the Mountain West in minutes played with, When it comes to three-point shots, this girl has no shame. She's also leading the conference, averaging 3 a game. The men's basketball team is in for a bright year, no doubt. They just got done winning the tournament of the Great Alaska Shootout. For their players, their double-digit scoring efforts were key as they won the tournament in a squeaker over Santa Barbara 65-63. Bejarano, Gillen, Avila all got in on the scoring bid, but the player of the game appeared to be Stanton Kidd. Kidd led the Rams in scoring in the game with 14. This team looks hungry for this season, feisty and mean. But it's still early for the Rams. There's a lot of room to grow. Endless possibilities await as the team starts 6-0. As for the football team, their season appeared to have little fault until they played Air Force last week and their win streak came to a screeching halt. The Rams lost to the Falcons 27-24 on a last-second field goal. New Year's Bowl hopes flew right out the door. What a great performance quarterback Garrett Grayson had. 366 yards passing, 3 touchdown passes. Not bad. It was business as usual for Grayson's best bud as Rashard Higgins caught 12 passes for 193 yards and 2 touchdowns. Man, what a stud. The Rams finished with a 10-2 record, the best in a while. It was an impressive year, so come on, Ram fans, smile. Yeah, CSU lost, no Mountain West crown, but cheer up, guys. For the second straight year, we're bowl-bound. The semester's winding down. We had lots of sports moments to cheer. Finish strong, Rams fans, and I'll see you next year. K&K, back to you.
Brett, that was seriously the coolest sports scripts ever.
Awesome.
I'm so glad. I love that. We've had such a wonderful Tuesday crew this semester, and we could not do it without each and every one of you helping.
That's right, and we want to bring everyone out for one last goodbye.
Yeah.
Come out, everybody.
Come on. Everyone at CTV works so hard to make the shows happen every night. So we're going to show you a little bit of a behind-the-scenes video of all of the hard work that our CTV fam puts in.
Even in the cold weather and deep snow, CTV students are not like the rest. After a day of classes, they all emerge in the basement of Clark A to produce one of the top student newscasts in the nation.
At 6 p.m. we enter the TV studio and bring our fancy new TriCaster to life. From there we sit and talk about how stressful our lives are, and the directors load our beautifully edited videos while the anchors casually glance over their scripts.
Our best of our best producer sips her coffee and checks social media to see if any breaking news is happening in the Fort Collins area.
To relieve a little stress before we go live, dance parties are the norm. Then things turn a little more serious as 7:45 approaches. We finalize our rundown, check our showtime of 14 minutes 20 seconds, make sure our scripts are flawless, readjust the cameras, and make sure everyone is focused and ready to go.
We do this calmly as the clock counts down to 8 o'clock on the dot. 8 is go time. The next 14 minutes and 20 seconds, everyone brings their A game. The mothership quickly switches from camera, to lower thirds, to packages, to graphics, to weather, to sports, to breaks.
Everyone in the studio feels the rush of adrenaline from the mothership as they flawlessly execute their jobs. Floor directors call, anchors read with ease. 14 minutes and 20 seconds flies by in the blink of an eye for everyone at the station.
After we conclude our wonderful newscast, we group together for CTV's version of AA. We discuss our feelings and our close bond as newsies, the things we did well and the things we can improve on.
At the end of the night, we turn off the lights, say our goodbyes, and prepare to do it all again tomorrow.
Is this you? Okay.
No, should we get in?
It's too late. I'm already out here. Thank you so much, Rams, for watching CTV News. Remember to always check us out on collegian.com.
Plus, you can find us on Twitter at CollegianC, and we wish all of you the best luck on finals. And from all of us here at CTV,
Happy Holidays!